And so now they've got an option to bring on a co-signer because they're saying, look, I have no more money. I can't put up any more money. Then the builder can say, well, you're going to lose everything or get a co-signer and we'll get you a mortgage now. 30-year amortization.
What about the
It's great that you
mortgage
made these
rules?
points, though. The mortgage rule changes. Yeah, it's great that you made these changes here. So December 15th.
December 15th. And are people like we had a bad November, didn't we, for sales? Or we had a good November? I don't
We'll
know how
talk
to
about
look
that
at this
after.
anymore. Well, but
Yeah, we'll talk.
well,
Sales were good. Sales were better than last year. They were reasonable.
but are people waiting for this rule to come into effect? Because it
No,
makes it, does it make it easier or harder to buy a house?
makes it easier for like a very small portion of people who have like $220,000 family income, household family income, and are looking to buy a property that's over 1 million, and they don't have 20% down. It's like how many people are even in that basket?
Don't they have to be in that basket if they live in Toronto or
Why do
Vancouver
they
or
have to be?
surrounding?
Well, they could have more than 20%
How
down.
more than 20% down.
Yeah,
Right.
then this
And
doesn't
then
apply to
what?
them.
But then they get a worse rate, no?
No, better rate.
Better rate if you have
Yep.
more than 20% down and it's
Oh,
not
sorry.
insured,
No,
right?
insured rates
No.
sometimes can be better, but you pay the insurance premium.
Right.
You pay the insurance premium, so it doesn't cost you
So this
less
isn't going to
money.
move the market. This is like people aren't
No,
sitting there waiting. Few
no.
people, maybe.
Listen,
Nothing.
anytime TD is going to release something, you know, TD is in a lot of different businesses in the banking industry, but mortgages is one of them, right? So they're kind of slipping it in there. Hey, we expect prices to kind of go up 2 to 4% next year, and that this type of situation is going to increase the amount of potential buyers, and that before they used to have to come up with 96,000 or 220,000. Now they only have to come up with 96, and they come up with all these different scenarios based on like numbers, based on math. Yeah, okay, I get it. If this were the math, that would be exactly what the numbers would be. But it's just how many of those scenarios actually exist,
Well, there's got to
right?
be a decent amount of people with a household income of 220 grand that have the now 125 necessary as a down payment to get this deal. And I mean, if you got the dream of a decent house, you need to spend $1.5 million at least in like Toronto, Vancouver, surrounding. I don't know how much it
Yeah.
costs in Calgary or
Well, it says
Montreal.
80% of Canadian households had incomes below 150K in 2020. And although this share has probably reduced since then.
Right. But there's also
Yeah.
60% of the population that rents. So that's got to be out of that 80, right?
Well, that's what I mean. So we're in a very small group of buyers. I don't think this is something that's going to move the needle. It's not even something that I take into consideration. If a seller or client brought it up to me, I would say
Forget about
um,
it.
you don't need to worry about this at this point in time, and that we should look at more of the microeconomics in your neighborhood. What are your neighbors selling for? How many houses are on the market? You know, that type of stuff in order to determine when the right time to sell is. So I don't know. I wouldn't call it a nothing burger. It's going to help people. We think it's going to help the developers more than anything. The developers who've got these high priced, overpriced properties to sell, and that there's people who are maybe needing to close on those properties. And so now the developer
Right.
can get their money because that person, even though they put 20% down,
On
the
the
loan to
new
value
stock.
is the loan to value is going to be lower because they overpaid.
Right.
So now their loan to
So,
value might be 10% or 90%,
oh,
sorry.
yeah.
So they
Now
only
you
have
can like,
10%. And so now they've got an option to bring on a co-signer because they're saying, look, I have no more money. I can't put up any more money. Then the builder can say, well, you're going to lose everything or get a co-signer and we'll get you a mortgage now. 30-year amortization.
are there still people getting caught on low rise projects like that bought at the
Uh,
wrong time and can't close
there's
now?
a
Like,
few.
isn't it
There's a
too
few.
tight?
Yeah. No, there's a few.
Really? So what is
Mark
that?
Morris, man. This is what Mark's been telling
But
us.
aren't they all condos? I just
No, he's
pictured they're
saying
all condos.
no, he's saying that the low rise is happening too. The last time we talked to him one on one, he was saying it was still happening, which was a few months ago now, but I know it's still happening.
Really? I can't
Yep.
imagine. Like, when the hell would you have bought your low-rise house or townhouse? Because they don't
Some of them
take
are
long to
after the
build.
market. Some of them are after the market crash, believe it or not.
Well, but
And then
that's what I'm saying.
people were just still falling for it.
But why? How are you caught? Like, you must have had a new rate in your brain, and you must have the new pricing. So, like,
No, no, you
how are
didn't
you
have the new
caught?
pricing. You bought new home pricing, and now
Yeah.
when the appraisals are happening, they're like, "You paid what?" And they're purchased
From how
post.
long ago? It's still
It could have
dropping
been
that fast.
2023. because
2023. Houses get built in like 6 months, 8 months. How far
no,
ahead
not
is
when not all the projects. Some of the projects have got issues, delays, different things.
So this is like from, I don't know. This that doesn't make any sense to me.
This is what
But I
Mark told
guess it
us, and
must
he's
be
dealing with
happening.
those people, and that's
I guess it
the
must be
information that we're
happening.
going on. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.